Alright guys, this is just going to be a quick video about The Godfather and a big sort of thought I had from watching it. So, if you don't know Godfather, I won't do any spoilers, but basically The Godfather is sort of a film about a mafia family, and there are two sons in the film. One's called Fredo and one's called Michael. Actually, I guess this is a bit of a spoiler, really. But basically, Michael becomes the head of the family after the father, Fredo, Vito, dies, and Michael is kind of everything that. He's a real sort of archetype of that sort of very traditional idea of masculinity. You know, he's very silent, only speaks when necessary, and when he does with few words. Dressed well, traditional, married man, and he. Very domineering presence, even though he doesn't say very much. And then you've got Fredo, who is sort of the opposite of that. So he's sort of less traditional, spends his time chasing lots of girls. He's very sort of, he drinks a lot, not very, he doesn't have the respects he wants. And it's a really sort of sad. I always really feel bad for Fredo because I really relate to that position of not being respected. I don't know why, but I see a lot of that in my own life. That kind of lack of respect, people underestimating you. I really relate to that in Fredo, and I really see those two characters, Fredo and Michael, as being kind of a great example of like the two choices a man can be in their life. There's the two archetypes they can be. You can be a Fredo or you can be a Michael. A bit like, if you're familiar with Hamza, he has this idea of like Jeffrey and Adonis. And Jeffrey's just like some little nerdy guy who, is very unpopular or whatever, spends his whole time on his computer. And Adonis is like this kind of big, sort of those, the Giga Chad sort of images. It's like that guy basically. And he's like a big, strong man, and it's very entertaining. He does lots of entertaining videos about it. And that's an example that's clearly worked for him. But I guess Michael and Fredo is a bit more subtle difference because they're both. It's a live action film. It's they're complex characters, but for me, that image of those two characters and the two choices you have to be in life is as a man is really. It's really stuck with me, really resonated with me. And what's interesting actually is, so the actor Al Pacino who plays Michael, his full name is Alfredo, I think. Yeah, Alfredo, but obviously you shorten it to Al. And then Fredo is short for Alfredo as well. So they both weirdly share my name, which is very eerie. But yeah, I just think as I've sort of gone through the life in the past few months, I see myself feeling more like a Michael than a Fredo. And Michael isn't a great character in the end. He's he has his flaws. he's got great capacity for destruction and all that, but there's a general archetype about him, sort of away from the stuff he does in the film, which I think is so strong. So so if you haven't watched it, and I haven't put you off watching the film by ruining what happens in it, definitely go watch it, because I think it's a great, maybe you can rate to that archetype as well.